Hey, I'm going to share a little tip with you guys of what I did to cultivate some peacefulness in my life a couple of years ago. And that I'm going to be doing starting right now. Right now, as in like an hour ago, I just started. So I stopped the scroll several years ago. And I know a lot of you guys want to do that. And a lot of people just in general, like guys and gals, just want to stop like the apps and the scroll and looking at stuff and watching stuff and just intaking every bit of information humanly possible. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for you. And I suggest, watch my video and then stop the scroll, man. Just do it. And there's all these trends of, guys having like not doing it for August or September or like November or, January, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. So I'm just going to read you what I wrote and talk about it along the way. So a few years ago, it was right around that the silly COVID compliance exercise that I started to give up social media, news, YouTube, articles, even the articles I like to read, the websites that I like to visit to read articles on, gave those up too. I gave up even reading novels for enjoyment. And I did this during Lent. Even the kind of, I'll just look this up real quick, I gave up that too. I stopped the radio, I stopped audiobooks, I stopped CDs, like, or, whatever, listening to something like in the car, even a book on CD, like I gave it all up. So even the car trips were silence, like nothing. I had nothing going on. So during that time, I was aware. I could think thoughts. My mind was free to think anything I wanted to because I wasn't bought into the nonstop scroll manipulation machine. And that's what it is. Like it implants thoughts into your head, and it could be good or it could be bad or it could be indifferent or it could just be stealing your attention. Because I think a lot of these apps and platforms are designed for one sole purpose, to keep you engaged as a user. Look, that's like a drug addict thing. To keep you engaged as a user, sound like a drug addict right now, so they can keep your attention to sell you advertising and collect your data. That's how it works. So it's kind of, the manipulation machine is there on purpose to keep you engaged, to take your data, to take your attention. Like it's taking you, like you are the product, you are being used. That's it's kind of gross when you say it out loud. All right. During that time, I got off the manipulation machine. I slept better. I felt better. I comprehended what I was reading better. I got my news updates from my friend. And that was pretty weird because there was some incident a couple of years ago with Mr. Potato Head. And I had no idea what he was talking about. And I thought first, like, maybe it was this. I started surmising, like, why is there a big issue with Mr. Potato Head? And then he let me know. But it was eye opening, that Mr. Potato Head situation, because I was so disconnected at that point in time for weeks and weeks and weeks during Lent that it sounded insane to me that there was a public conversation about Mr. Potato Head and how he could be offensive. It didn't even make sense in my mind because I was removed from the situation. So, anyway, today, and I think this is why I always say once you start to decide to do something, to just do it. Like, don't wait for, oh, I'm going to do it on Monday. I'll start on Sunday. I'll start on February 1st. I'll start now. I'll start this day. Don't make those arbitrary dates. Just do it. It's like, I remember quitting drinking, and there was no special magical day that I quit drinking on. I didn't like plan it. I walked downstairs. It was springtime. It was morning. I was going to get coffee, and I was like, I'm done drink. I'm all done. And that was not a comfortable first 30 to 45 days. It was not comfortable, but that's that. So I always suggest just start right then and there. That's when your decision is going to be maybe the firmest. So, anyways, I toyed around with the idea of letting it all go again. I have many like kind of trad friends that have and gotten off social media, gotten off everything, and they're probably some of the sanest people that I know. So the trads and the normies that are fully connected to the scroll and the manipulation machines are probably the most insane, like saying the most insane conspiracy things I've ever heard. And like, well, some of that might be true. What does it affect your life? What are you doing? Like you're feeding somebody else's life. You're feeding somebody else's narrative. Like live your narrative. Live your life. Worry about your realm, your family, your job, your marriage, your whatever you got going on. So I think what makes the biggest difference from this detox of social media, so to speak, and I was thinking about this, is having an end date. Not that I necessarily want this to end, but I know that it's easy to do something for a period of time when there's a potential end date. I never put an end date with quitting drinking. I just said, hey, I'm going to quit drinking. And then slowly, after I was done quitting drinking for a long time, I was like, I can have a glass of wine at this time. That was it. And then I'd just be back to not drinking again until who knows whenever it was. So having an end date. So my end date from now is going to be Easter. So I'm out. I'm out. Other than posting these videos, I'm not going to be on the scroll. I'm not going to be checking YouTube to see what everybody says. I don't even know if I'm going to look at the comments. So that's that. I mean, you guys could email me if you want to. Like I think my email is somewhere on YouTube, so you could email me. I'll read an email, but I'm not going to like scroll through the comments. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I'll put stipulations on this. Like I'll look at the comments to answer a question or hit thumbs up or whatever. So it kind of gets a little steam behind it. But other than that, like I'm done. Like I'll do it just for that sole purpose. But lately too, I've been doing weekends that are free from the scroll where I just shut my phone off. I don't keep it in the house. I send this thing to the garage off. And I keep it in the garage like on purpose. So I don't keep it in the bedroom. I don't sleep with it. I don't wake up with it. I don't do any of those things. It goes in the garage and it gets shut off. So one thing I did notice last time, and I suspect I'm going to notice it this time as well very, very quickly, and I think I already have since it's only been an hour since I decided to be all done with this for till Easter, is the time you get back is the biggest change. Like you're going to have so much time to read, write, work, think, spend with your family, cultivate yourself, exercise, pray. Life comes alive again when you get off the manipulation machine. Your thoughts come alive, everything about it. So guys, I'm out till Easter. And I'll rely on you nuts to fill me in when you put a comment in the comment section. And I'm sure it'll sound insane. So I'll just be checking that. And that's it. Other than me putting up videos, I am out. And I recommend you guys do the same thing. Be out. Set a date, be out. Start now. That's a good place to start right now. All right. Whatever. Subscribe. Out.